Good afternoon, everyone. I'm just filming here with two of my granddaughters. I'm just filming myself first, Annabelle, sorry, and then I'll film you guys. So I'm going to show you around. This is sort of the middle of summer in our garden in Canberra. So I'm going to show you around what we're up to, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to grow and harvest potatoes. All right. Thank you, Annabelle. So you're Annabelle?
Yeah. And I'm Lizzie.
You're Lizzie. So these two of my granddaughters, and they're going to help me show you around the garden. So while I'm out here, I'll show you our little rose garden and little veggie, not veggie garden, but our garden of annuals.
Mustard.
And this is one of the potatoes I've just harvested recently. And there's another big potato there.
This is like the biggest potato I ever seen.
Biggest potato that Lizzie has ever seen.
Yeah.
So this is a bunch of annuals in here that my wife Angela's put down, and then we've got some pot plants that are doing really well in there too. And this is the inside of our kind of deck area where we sit. We've planted some annuals over here and a couple of perennials at the back there. Our crepe myrtle, which was half this size not so long ago,
This one
is doing well.
big and pretty and
This
good
is-
and beautiful.
And since Lizzie visited from Tamworth, this has grown about 20% more. And since the crepe myrtle has done so well here, we planted 3 more down the side.
And we've also got we've got this lovely place that you can easily turn a weeping cherry
That's
tree
it.
into a hidey house.
To a hidey house. So they
So-
made a little cubby house in there.
Yeah.
The girls did while they've been down. And our climbing rose that I showed you, the arbor that I built, I just have to repaint that. For some reason the paint's come off. Climbing rose is doing fantastic here.
So
Um,
pretty, beautiful.
I tried to set up a little garden here that you're not supposed to grow sweet potatoes in Canberra because it's not warm enough, but we've put it on a north facing wall. So north facing is warmer in the southern hemisphere, opposite to the northern hemisphere. And so this area here with some concrete blocks should allow me to heat this up. And at the moment, the sweet potato one of the sweet potatoes that I buried a few months ago has now got lots of runners, so I'm hoping to get some crop from that. Okay, so I'm with my granddaughters again, and we're at my potato garden. So these were just potatoes that were starting to sprout in the cupboard, and they're not they weren't any good to cook, so I thought, well, I'd plant them here in the raised garden bed and just mound up around the stalks as they grew, to allow the stalks to grow up higher to look for sun and air. And in response, I think we've grown some potatoes. So my granddaughters are going to dig in there and pull out some potatoes. So I'll get them to do some digging now. So this is how easy it is to grow and find potatoes. So this is called grabbling, so we don't have to get rid of.
One there.
Got a little tiny one. All right, see if you can get another one, girls. We don't have to harvest them all up now. We can just
We'll find some. Yeah.
we can just grab a couple of them. Start digging. That's the way, girls.
Oh, that's a big one.
Big one.
Oh yeah. Huge.
Look at that. So that's how hard it is. So my two granddaughters, I've just planted them, covered, put some grass clippings over the top, mounded up around the stalks, and we've got more potatoes than we can eat them all in this family, but we've got loads of potatoes there.
We'll put that one back in the ground since it's small.
Put it back under the ground. Thank you, Lizzie. Good work. Another potato garden here. So we'll be able to grabble in there shortly as well. And in this garden, I couldn't find seed potatoes in Canberra because everyone had bought them out. But instead of that, I went to an organic veggie place and greengrocer, and I was sold some organic potatoes and figured they should grow, and they have. Well, they should sprout. So I've just got some seeds in here. I made the mistake of not just feeding it with the homemade fertilizer, and that really wasn't enough. So I've put some store-bought fertilizer in here, and I'm getting some produce, some results from the seeds that I put in a little while ago. And I've just randomly put some lettuce in this garden, some lettuce
And over here.
seedlings. Over here, this is my perennial garden. So
And we got some strawberries.
some nice ripe strawberries.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lizzie.
I need help making. I'm
Look
growing
at that.
strawberries, and I really
They
want
look
to grow
alright.
good ones.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah, so I need
Pretty good.
You need some advice.
Yeah.
So what I've done here, Lizzie, is I've added some fertilizer and water
Yeah.
and tried to keep the weeds away, and that's all I've had to do.
That's
So it's about
good.
10
Whenever-
minutes work a day is all I needed to do.
Whenever I grow a strawberry,
Yeah.
a white one, and I've been waiting so long, a little bud comes and eats
A
it.
little bug comes and eats it. Oh, that's
Yeah.
no good.
This is an onion, I think.
It's an old onion that I've just left there. Yeah, and so my plum tree is
Apple
now
tree?
producing some plums, as you can see. So these are basically edible at the moment. So they're all over the tree, little plums everywhere.
Pumpkin growing. Just here.
And there's just randomly pumpkin growing in this garden. So this garden had some nitrogen fixes that just happened to be dug in, and the garden's like a little jungle full of good gear. So
Also,
should be able to harvest from there for a while.
some newspaper at the bottom.
Thank you, Lizzie. I did.
It should
So that should.
dry it up, and it should get all crumbly.
It's all
and it
organic
might
matter,
help
isn't
the
it, Lizzie?
plants.
That's exactly right. And then in the back corner,
We've got an apple tree.
and this is an apple tree. This hasn't produced apples for about 7 years, but throughout the winter I've got rid of the grass, put some mulch down, watered it and fed it, and now I've got apples everywhere here.
And then this
That one's
one
real
we've
dead.
got chainsaw down.
And I've got some tomatoes growing here
And
from
we got-
seed,
Oh, I
which
didn't
I'm very
see
proud
that
of.
with it.
And then I've got my my little tiny little orchard in the back here, and all these trees are doing well too.
Beautiful.
So
Another
So the moral of the story is, in Canberra anyway, anyone can grow potatoes. Isn't that right, girls?
Yep, all strawberries.
Or strawberries. Okay. Say goodbye to everyone.
Bye.